to be a part of this event. We're going to showcase individual styles, give you an educational background of each style, the stories that come with it, and so we're happy to be here today. And so we're going to begin today's presentation with the hoop dance, and this is a dance that's unique here to Oklahoma. Some say it began there in the Southwest among the Pueblo people, and it began as a courtship style of dance. Originally they say it began with one hoop. And they said a young man was trying to impress a young lady with his dancing abilities, his dancing skills. And so they say the best hoop dancers are those that can dance with one hoop and do as many tricks as possible with that one hoop. And so as time went on, other tribes began to adopt it. They began to incorporate it into the repertoire of song and dance. Some dancers use at least 5 hoops, which I'll be doing here today. Some up to 100 of using these hoops to create different symbols, designs of things that you will see in nature, but also modern things as well. And so today I'm going to showcase my style, my version of the hoop dance here today. If you see anything you like, feel free to encourage me as I dance with a round of applause. Feel free to encourage me as I do my different designs. It may be animals, maybe modern things you might see as well. So I appreciate the opportunity to showcase this unique style, the hoop dance. Thank you.
right, that was Mr. J. Mule with the Men's Hoop Dance. My name is Cecil Gray, and it's a pleasure for us to be here to share our culture with the great city of El Reno. At this time, we'd like to bring our children to the front of the stage. As Native people, of course, our children are the ones that are going to take us into the future. They're the ones that's going to hold on to our culture and our language, and so we believe it's very important to teach them about our culture, about our dances. And so we have them come out and we have them dance, starting when they were just little babies, or even before then, when they're in their mother's stomach. We'll play music or powwow music, and it comforts them in their womb. And as they get older, when they're babies and then they're just down in their car seats, and sometimes they don't like to go to sleep and they fight in their sleep, we'll go for a drive and we'll put in a powwow CD, and it puts them right to sleep because it's just real soothing, that comfort of that heartbeat of the drum. And so our children, when they come out here, sometimes they come out here and sometimes they dance. Sometimes they mimic the movements they see their parents, their grandparents make. Sometimes they come out here and they don't want to dance, and sometimes they'll just cry. But that's okay, because as long as they're in this arena, we can believe that they can do no wrong. And so we're going to invite the children out here from your right-hand side. Emily Lamaya, if you can raise your hand, Emily. Raise your hand, baby. Lamaya, she's the smallest one there. She's 3. Is she 3? 4. She's 4 now. And then to your right from there is Glory Gray. She is 9 years old, and she's in the 2nd grade, 3rd grade. Next to her is their older cousin, Lily Mule, and she is 10 years old. And then next to her is their little brother. His name is Apollo Gray, and he is 6 years old, going on 7. And so let's give a big round of applause as they get ready to showcase their dance style for you. These are our junior division and our tiny tots.
Good afternoon. My name is Tony Sotopmule. I'm glad to share with you the women's traditional dance. I'm also going to dance with my niece and my sister-in-law, Holly Sue Gray and Aisha Gray. So we're presenting the southern style of the traditional dance. So there's a northern and a southern style. And so we dance to every other beat of the drum. That means that our dance is a little bit slower paced, a little bit more graceful, and a little bit more reserved. This is one of the original women's dances, and this is called the Women's Southern Traditional.
Good afternoon, my name is Sophia Thurman, and the next dance style we'll be sharing with you is called the Women's Jingle Dress Dance. This dance style actually comes from our northern brothers and sisters in Ontario, Canada, northern Minnesota area. And this dance came through a dream, and it was meant to bring healing to a young woman who was very ill. And because of the healing properties that it had, the family was very thankful that this dress and these dances and this certain type of songs that came with it healed their daughter and their granddaughter. So they wanted to share that with everybody. So today this dance style has actually made its way through our competition powwow circuit, and it's become a very contemporary style from its origins. So again, this is the Women's Jingle Dress, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
How's everybody doing? Any more of that cheeseburger left? This is Reno. How y'all doing? The next dance we have up is the men's grass. And in grass, a long time ago, the men would dance on the grass to flatten it out for the set up teepees and just get the grass ready nice and flat. And our fringes represents the grass, and we swing and sway in the smooth dance. And as you'll see me and Marty here dance, and just hope everybody enjoy and everybody have a good day. Thank you for having us.
Alright, hello everybody. My name is Courtney. I'm representing the Kiowa and Creek tribes. Today we'll be showcasing the fancy shawl style of dance. So this style of dance is the most contemporary of all the styles that you've seen for the ladies style of dance. It has evolved a lot over the years, but it's very athletic yet really graceful, and we all have different colors, and you might see our beaded capes in the back and our shawls. So we're here to showcase the fancy shawl dance along with Lori and Lily. Thank you.
All right, are you guys enjoying your day at Burger Day in El Reno, Oklahoma? All right. You know, like I said earlier, it's an honor for us to be here, you know, and share our culture with you. We're gonna go into our last and final dance style. And this is known as our men's fancy dance. And it's one of our most exciting dance styles that we have. Usually at any powwow, they save it for the very, very last. And this dance style originates in the early 1900s. And they say it comes from the Wild West shows. Buffalo Pawnee Bill used to travel the country, and he would showcase gunfighting and different types of shows, but he also invited the natives at the time to come and share their culture, much like we are today. But back then, our dance styles, they were simple. You know, they had our straight dancers and traditional dancers, and you know, we didn't have the bright flashy colors or the neons. You know, 100 years ago, we didn't have that. And so they asked that the natives could come up with a more exciting dance style. And of course, being very spiritual, you know, the first thing we do is we go to the Creator, we go to God, and we pray, and we ask for these blessings. Well, these men did that about 100 years ago, and they were trying to come up with this new dance style. They were singing and dancing, trying to come up with something. But nothing came to mind. They even sang and danced all night long trying to come up with something. That sun had already come up that next morning, and they still haven't thought of anything. But as they were singing, one of the singers had noticed this horse, or this wild Mustang, had approached them. And as they were singing, they noticed that horse was trotting and dancing along with the beat of the drum. And every time they stopped, that horse would stop. He would stop right on time, just like you notice our dancers here did this afternoon. And so they said, hey, look at that horse, let's try and get him tired. And so they began to sing fast songs, faster and faster. But no matter how fast they were able to sing, that horse was able to keep up with them. And so they began to sing trick songs, and we call them ruffle dance songs today, to try and trick that horse to stop too soon or stop too late. But no matter what trick song they sang, that horse knew it, and he would stop right on time. And so they knew that was just not just a coincidence, but an actual answer to their prayers. And so they took the movements they seen that wild Mustang make, and they took it back to the Wild West shows, and they began to mimic them. And the men's fancy dance was born. If you look on Fancy Dancer, we got a world champion dancer over here, Mr. J.R. Lone Lodge. He is a member of the Shiner tribe. My name's Cecil Gray, and I'm a member of the Shiner tribe as well. But fancy dancers, we're defined by the two bustles that we wear on our backs. And if you notice, both of our bustles, they're made of eagle feathers. And this top bustle, that's one whole eagle right there. The bottom bustle, that's a whole another eagle. But this top bustle, what that represents is that horse's mane, on the ends of them, you notice we actually have horsehair on the end of them. This bottom bustle here, what that represents is the horse's tail. And so as we're dancing, you'll also notice just below our knees, we have some furry angores or furry goats. And that represents that wild Mustang. A long time ago, they had furry hooves, just like the Clydesdales do today. This is also a warrior style of dance, so we have the shields on each side of our bodies. And the fancy dance has actually distinguished itself between southern and northern tribes. And here in Oklahoma, a lot of us like to wear eagle bustles. But on top of our heads, which you'll notice we have what's called a rocker. There's eagle feathers on the end of this rocker. And the elders used to say that a champion fancy dancer will never have his rocker stop. No matter how fast that song gets or no matter how slow that song gets, that rocker will stay right on time. And of course, being able to stop right on time with the beat of the drum. And so this is always saved the very last of every powwow. And it's meant to bring excitement to the crowd. And that's what it did over 100 years ago. And it's evolved to what you see before you today. Getting brighter and flashier and different dance styles, different moves. And they have a world championship for fancy dance. It's at the Ponca tribe. And they have it the last August of every year at White Eagle, Oklahoma. If you ever get an opportunity, go check it out. They have the Fancy Dance World Championships they host every year. And so we're going to do our best. We're going to invite my son out here as well to come and share the stage and showcase this last and final dance style. Again, my name's Cecil Gray. This is J.R. Lone Lodge and Little Talo Gray with the men's Fancy Dance.
The burger. Oh, here we go. With fries.
Yeah.
Give it up for the fancy dancers this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And also all our other dancers for Central Plains dancers here today. And we want to acknowledge our drum, led by Nick Wapapal here with on the drum. Give it up for our singers here this afternoon. We want to thank you for coming out. We are the Central Plains dancers. Thank you. See you next year.
One more time for the Central Plains dancers. Amazing at the Clara Bushy Head main stage. We've got lots of fun and more entertainment for you. Don't go away.